Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be comparing Kaspa coin miners. So we're on hashrate NO right now. If we click on the Kaspa coin here, we can actually go to miners and see which miners we can use for mining Kaspa coin. So we're going to be comparing the top 4 miners. Now Bzminer is not for Nvidia, so we're going to be testing on Nvidia cards mainly, and Team Red Miner is not for Nvidia either. So we're going to be testing these 4 miners against each other to see which one produces the best hash rate firstly, and then we're actually going to go for efficiency. So as GPU miners, we want efficiency and we want hash rate, and we want to see which miner gets us the most profits basically. So the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to download each miner, as you can see here, Bzminer, and then there's GMiner here, LolMiner by here, and Rigel miner by here. So we're going to download each release of them, and then we're going to set up the batch files for each of them. And then we're going to run them on one 3060 card and see how they compare to each other. So I'm going to download these and set up the batch files, and then we can start running. So here in this folder that I have right here, it says Kaspa miner test. So we have Bzminer, these are all the newest versions, GMiner, LolMiner, and Rigel miner. When we go into these, I've deleted all the other batch files, so we just have the Kaspa batch file that we can use. When we click on right click, edit, we can see we've got our Kaspa address there. And today we're actually going to be mining to kaspapool.org. So if you want to start mining that, I'll leave a link in the description for that pool. Now I'm going to leave a link in the description for all the other miners as well. So Bzminer, GMiner, LolMiner, and Rigel miner. I'll leave them in the description so you can download it. But let's go back to this file. So we have our pool and our port by there. And then we have an overclock to disable some GPUs. So right here, you can see that we have 2 GPUs on this rig. We have a 1080 and then we have a 3060. Today we're going to be mining on the 3060 and comparing it. The 1080 is set to OBS to record the video, so you can't really compare it whilst recording because it would skew the results. So for Bzminer, we've disabled it, and we've done this for all the other mining softwares as well. Now all of them will be different to disable GPUs, so this text is not going to be the same for each of these miners, but we'll go through that as we get into the video. But first, let's start off with Bzminer. So we click exit out of that, we open it up, and we start Kaspa. Now we're just going to start with 0 overclocks, and the fans are only on 45% as we can see here. And then when we see on the miner, it says that GPU 1 is disabled. So this is going to be the same for each of these miners, and then we're going to put them into a spreadsheet and see how it compares to each other. So we're just going to let this run, and then we'll come back and see when we get a steady hash rate, then we'll record the results. So after letting this run for a little bit, we can see that 2 minutes, we're getting an average of 404.18 mega hash. It dips down a little bit, it dips up a little bit, but 404.18 is what we're going to go for on the mega hash. As you can see there, it's 404.20. So we're just going to note that down in our spreadsheet here. So 404.18, that's for the mega hash. And then the efficiency, let's go back. We can see we're looking at 3.11. So let's note that down, 3.11. So we've got our Bzminer results already. Let's shut that down now, and let's actually go over to the next miner, which is going to be LolMiner. So as I said, I'm going to show you how to select certain devices on each of these. So with Bzminer, it was -- disable, and then it was the GPU that you wanted to disable. However, for LolMiner, it's -- devices, and then you select the device which you want to use to mine. So as we said, we've got the Kaspa coin wallet and the port for kaspapool.org. So that's how you select the devices for LolMiner. We're just going to shut that down, and we're going to open this batch file again and let it run for a little bit. As we can see here, we're still keeping the same overclock settings. So we haven't changed the clock, we haven't changed the memory, nothing to do with the power, and the fan speed is just at 45%, so we don't burn out the card basically. So we're going to let that run and see what results we get. So after mining for about 3 minutes, we had a steady hash rate here of 416.29. So we can put that into our mega hash here, 416.29. And then the efficiency, as it says by here, is 3.056. So we'll round that up to 3.06. As we can see here, 3.06. So that's the efficiency for LolMiner. Now let's shut that down again, so we're closing that down, and we can move on to Rigel miner. As I said, I'm going to show you how to disable on Rigel miner. If we click edit, all you have to do on Rigel miner is put devices like this, So you can put either -- devices and then select your device which you want to mine on, same as LolMiner, or you can put -D and select the GPU that you want to mine on. So that's pretty simple for RigelMiner. If we just exit out of here and double click it, we can let it run and we can get our results for RigelMiner. As you can see here, it's only mining on this 3060 again. So after letting RigelMiner run for a little bit, we can see that we have a hash rate of 114.4 and an efficiency of 2.99. So let's input that into our results. So 414.4 and an efficiency of 2.99. So slightly less efficient. But let's move on to our last one, which is going to be GMiner. So let's close this miner file down and go onto our GMiner file here. So the way to disable on GMiner is the same as RigelMiner. So this is actually selecting a GPU, not disabling. So you just put -D and then select the GPU that you want to mine with. Let's exit out of that. Let's start up this and let's get our results. As you can see here, it started mining on GPU 1 and it turned off for GPU 2. So GMiner is moving very fast right now. I know it's one of those miners that moves fast, but we have the speed here at 410.28 and an efficiency of 3.06. So 410.38 and an efficiency of 3.06. So there we have our comparison for all these miners. LolMiner comes out on top of the mega hash with 416.29, but it also doesn't have the highest efficiency, with 3.06 as the efficiency. However, it does have more mega hash, so if you're going to have more mega hash, that means, you could find a block quicker if you're solo mining or something like that. So it could be viable to use LolMiner for solo mining because you'd have more mega hash just in general, but the efficiency is not going to be as good. However, when it comes to efficiency, Bzminer is actually the top on efficiency with 3.11. However, the mega hash isn't as good. And this efficiency is pretty higher compared to these three miners by here. It's a difference of 0.05 for these two, and for RigelMiner it'd be 0.12, I believe. So there is a big difference in efficiency, and efficiency is what us miners really want in terms of profitability. So Bzminer is probably going to be your best bet. Even though the hash rate is the lowest on Bzminer, you're still going to get more efficiency on the miner. So in my opinion, I wouldn't go for Rigel or GMiner because RigelMiner is very inefficient compared to the rest of them. GMiner has the same efficiency as LolMiner, but LolMiner produces better hash rates. So I would either pick, if you want to go for purely hash rate, you go for LolMiner, and if you want to go for efficiency on Kaspa Coin, you go for Bzminer. So I think that concludes the video. As I said, I'll leave links to all the miners and the hash rate NO and the miner pool in the description below, so you guys can just navigate to those links real quick. If you did enjoy this video and if it helped you, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to comment what miner you're using for Kaspa Coin mining.